Alright, good morning everyone. How are you? Let's see what time it is. It is 3:34 in the morning. I know you probably think it's early as f***, and it is. But I don't know. When I start getting into a routine of working out and shit, oh my gosh. Hey, stop. Cause it's so early. Anyway, anytime I get into like my health kick and I'm really motivated, I go to sleep early, I wake up early. So this is naturally when my body wakes up after 7 hours or so. You guys should do that really quick. If you guys, because I really think sleep hygiene is a major thing. I've even cut down my caffeine intake. I only have like a cup or two a day and that's it. But like sleep hygiene is very important to me because I feel like it plays a major part in mood. At least helping to stabilize mood and also helping to stabilize anxiety. I'm not a doctor, but I don't know. Like, just check in with that, you know? Because not everybody's body needs the same amount of sleep. So if you would like, I don't know why I'm telling y'all this. If you would like, start going to sleep at a certain time and then see when your body naturally wakes up. Maybe do it on the weekend when you don't have work. Because not everybody needs the same 8, 9 hours or 7 hours. Some people need 6. You know, your body will just naturally do what it do. But I don't know. I'll talk about that more on my Patreon. I'm really big on sleep hygiene, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So today's video is going to be, sorry, I'm setting my intention right now. What is your next lesson? What is your next lesson? I want to give credit. I found this when I was, I don't know what I was doing, you know, researching, being me on Google. And I came across this spread and it was Next Soul Lesson. And who is that? Her name is Emerald Lotus. So I'm going to use this as a guide. This is kind of what it looks like. So shout out to Emerald Lotus. But the questions that are on here, let me just go over this with you. We have tarot spread for your spiritual journey, next soul lesson, cards or a card to describe my next soul lesson, how this lesson will manifest itself, a way that I can absorb this lesson gracefully, why this lesson is in alignment with who I truly am, new opportunities that will arise from this lesson, how I can follow my heart. Okay, so I might change that last one, but that's what we're going to be doing. So let's ask that first question. I want to do 3 piles, please. I do not want this to be hella long because I'm saying 3, they're saying 4. Okay, I want to do 4 piles. I want to do 4 piles. Okay, I want to do 4 piles. What is my pile 1's next soul lesson? Really focus on these cards. Okay. What is my pile 2's next soul lesson? I'll show you after. What is my pile 3's next soul lesson? I keep wanting to show y'all, but I'm waiting. What is my pile 4's next soul lesson? Okay. So, okay. So I'm going to just start here really quick. We're doing things a little bit different. You see that? Look at that beautiful imagery. So some of you guys, collectively, real quick collective message. See all that orange that's coming through? I'm getting like a rusty color too. This is giving real sacral chakra, real creative, real fertile. Somebody could be going through a miscarriage right now, and I'm so sorry that you are going through this. Somebody might also be wanting to keep a child, and someone is, you know, on a different wavelength. They're like, no, like I don't really want this, but it's like, okay, well, I thought you were in this with me. Other than that, though, I feel like a lot of us, you know, as we all know, deep-rooted trauma that's come from generations and generations of different occurrences. I feel like everybody's trying to make peace with that in some type of way, or see how they want to maneuver next, what they want to keep with them or leave. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying like you're gonna, I'm not saying that you're gonna, how do I want to say this? You know, for me, when I went through my healing process with my trauma, there was some stuff that I was like, I'm not keeping this with me. I'm literally deleting it. I can't delete it, but I'm not gonna be angry about this because it's like nobody remembers it now. All of a sudden, nobody wants to admit it. You know, everybody's guilty or feels guilty, so they don't want to talk about it. So I'm going to validate myself and then move, you know. So it's like I decided not to take that with me. I dealt with it. It hurt. I wept, and then I moved. But there's some stuff that I know for a fact that I might take with me, but not in the way of I'm going to do this again. Hopefully not, you know, to my children, or whoever. But more so like, how can I take this with me in a way where I can learn from it, grow from it, see a different perspective? Because really what that offers is a different perspective. That person viewed that as the right thing to do. I'm not saying it was right, but, you know, how can you do different? So when you know better, you do better. So I just feel like, you know, I'm sending a lot of love to those that have just been feeling like hopeless. And it's crazy. This is reminding me, really quick, you guys, and I'm going to get into it. This is reminding me of someone I just met recently, and she is so beautiful too. But she's just been through a lot in life, like to the point where it's one of those stories where it's like it's so outlandish to some, not to me because my life is already a movie, honey, but it's so outlandish to some that it'll almost be like, is she telling the truth? You know what I'm saying? But I know she is. Anyway, she's been through a lot, and she's just such a strong individual. But like, you know, yesterday I could hear her say, you know, certain things. You know, we all have our defense mechanisms, but like, you know, she was saying like how she doesn't like compliments and things like that. And I don't know, you ever speak to someone and you just compliment them and let them know, because to see someone like that, because I could see the potential all over her. I see it all over her. So I feel like it's my job. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but I don't know. You ever feel compelled? Like there are some people, even if I don't want to talk, I know I don't like talking, but when I feel like I'm compelled to speak life into someone, or at least let them know like, you know, something positive, I would do that. And I just seen the light in her eyes. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that has that gift, but I'm like, why are people not telling her this? Like, let me tell her this as a stranger, that she's doing amazing, and it's fucked up what happened. But at this point in time, she has to move accordingly, because she's meant to start a new path. You know, she's meant to break that cycle. So I feel like, I'm sorry, I know that was long. I'll put some timestamps down below, but I feel like that's kind of the vibe here. Most of you are going to be the main one that is meant to break a certain cycle in your family. I can already tell this reading is going to be fucking long. Let me take a drink of my coffee, baby, okay? So as you see, we got 4 piles. Feel the energy. I'm going to flip them over, don't worry. So pile 1 is going to be... Ooh, what did they want me to do 4? I could already see like my heart. See, I'm so sensitive, man. Oh, that just made me sad. Anyway, pile 2. Just want you guys to see. Sorry. Pile 2. It's gonna be a heavy one. Okay. Pile 3. And pile 4. Why am I already getting emotional? Okay. So I'm gonna put these right here. Go ahead and pick intuitively, and I will see you guys at your pile. Pile 1, how are you? Okay. So I'm gonna try to be as clear as possible, and I'm gonna try not to go on and on. But first and foremost, I am picking up on, just with this reading in general, there's a lot of emotion here, okay? You guys could be Scorpios, Cancers, Pisces. You don't have to be, because I don't really even see most of that here. It's just, there's something about you guys that's very deep. You get what I'm saying? Very deep. You feel it. Maybe you only want to feel stuff surface level, but it's never surface level with you. It's deep. Even if you don't tell people that. You feel things very deeply, which is why you maneuver in the way you do. Maybe you keep people at a distance. Maybe you feel like you overgive. You give too much love, and that's not what I'm saying, because I'm going to tell you what I think this is. I just feel like you guys have a big heart. Like, you guys love people. There's almost like an innocence. Kind of like, you know when I say I hate people? It's not really that I hate people. I hate the stuff that people do. Sometimes too much energy overwhelms me. With that Gemini energy right here. Some of you guys, you're more of the collective humanity. But when it comes one-on-one personal, it becomes a little too touchy, it's a little too triggering, or it could be a little too emotional. You guys pick up on everything around you, for one. So, you know, with that being said, depending on where you're at in your journey, if you're somebody, think about it, if you're someone that feels like you've mastered how to cleanse yourself or how to be balanced while picking up on a bunch of energies, you might throw yourself into more of a, oh, I'm going to give myself exposure to certain experiences. I'm going to go back in love again. I'm going to go back working again, trying different things, not minimize myself. But, you know, there's some where it's like this energy of, you know, all I know is that I feel very unbalanced when people share their emotions or when things get too deep or when I watch the news and I see how the world is in shambles. You know, and I don't know why, but I just know it makes my body hurt. It makes me feel ill. So because of that, someone that might not be in that same spot as the first scenario, they may begin to isolate, possibly detach. They may feel a little bit unbalanced because it's almost like you know how they say self-medicate? That's like their self-preservation practice of, you know what, let me just avoid everyone because I feel too deeply, okay? So I get you, Bio One. But anyway, not gonna lie, I have a couple of things in here. So I think we're about to just talk about a damn awakening. Let me tell you, first of all, the first word that came to my mind looking at this was crucifixion. I don't know if you guys could see, but there's a person right here and then there's a person right here. We got this. I don't want to say what I think it is because I don't want to influence you guys. You know, I might think it's wings. You might think it's a road, you know. Really, like, this is very intuitive. Tap into your intuition, your creativity. I believe in you. So, you know what's so crazy? I don't want to get too deep, but some of you guys are meant to have a child. And it's like this child is going to... It's almost like you're breaking the cycle of family patterns, you know. And you're not sheltering your child the same way that you were sheltered, or, you know, raising them the same way you were raised. You're going to really let them, you know, be free. You know, there's a lot of happiness coming from whatever this energy is. This could even be your inner child trying to speak to you. But, you know, I was just talking to a girl yesterday and she was like, my child is like my everything. If it wasn't for my child, I wouldn't be here. So for some of you guys, even if you don't have a physical child, which I feel like most of you guys will have one more than likely, or adopt, you know, that pureness, because you guys do have a purity about you, but you've been through a lot, Scorpio energy, you want to be free. You want to be free. I feel like every time you expressed yourself, every time you stood up for yourself, you've been crucified. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting a lot of crucifixion. Did I say that word already? That was the word that was coming to me. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm channeling. And because of this, it's like, you know, I'm getting this almost like this fight or flight response, because we got that purple more so towards the lower chakras there. And then we got high up, we got this solar plexus energy with this yellow. So some of you guys could also be a Leo. Yellow could be your favorite color, but, you know, doesn't matter. It's almost like, what happened, you know? I feel like some of you guys might have went through SA, different type of abuses and things like that, or abuse. So something about the womb area, the genital area, I'm trying not to go there. Come on, Spirit. I feel like it's almost like you have to, there's an overactivity around what are people going to think? Maybe your creativity is a little bit blocked because you're like, what are people going to think? What about this? Well, I remember last time when I was creative and I tried to put something out there, everybody was just so fucking harsh. Like, you know, maybe I should just not do it. It's almost like you're overactive down there with your intuition. And, you know, for some of you guys, that might not be a bad thing, but the way I'm picking up on it is like, it's like this pendulum, but we're all the way on the other side, okay? So give me 1 second. Let me see how to explain this. This also could be looked at if we want to, okay, here it goes. There's a major lesson around your worth in your body, okay? Learning how to say no, learning how to set boundaries, learning how to do what's going to make you happy. What I mean by that is, if if you don't want to overshare, because I was just talking to someone about this, you know, sometimes, because there was a point in time where I didn't have no boundaries and I would just be sharing, okay, and just, you know, or talking and letting everybody in. But this is the thing. I feel like you guys are starting to become one with you and what you need to be happy, to feel light again, to feel like that, you know, that inner child coming out, that free you, that you before all this other shit happened, this crucifixion, this judgment, before people started to, ooh, who's that? Someone's name could be Brianna. Oh my God. Why are they asking me is my IG hacked? Oh my gosh, give me 1 second. What's really going on? Why is everybody asking me that? You guys. And it's 3 in the morning. I'm sorry, you guys. Give me 1 second. I have to. Is your IG hacked? Oh my gosh. Everyone keeps asking that. Give me 1 second. See what I'm saying, y'all? Someone's name could definitely be Brianna here. Or Janae or Janae. So this is the thing. It's like how you express yourself has not been accepted by many. You know, join the club. It's a lot of people that will resonate with that message. And your next lesson is pushing through those limits that were set in front of you, whether that be self-limits or other people projecting. And it's to shine. I'm so serious, because there's been so many blockages around you that it's almost caused this hypervigilance. This reminds me of, like, and I'm not a doctor, I'm gonna say that again, I'm not a doctor, but like with people that have PTSD, very watchful, very alert. It's like your body is always pumping out cortisol all the time. You're always in fight or flight mode. You know, that's happened. And I feel like you guys are at a place where you're standing tall. You're starting to really trust yourself when it comes to your mind, your thoughts, your creativity, your heart. You're starting to trust yourself. I also feel like you guys have a big heart, which, you know, you want to love people. When you love people, you love them, you know. You come in pure. You don't come in with this thought process of, oh, I'm going to fuck them over, or, you know, this it really ain't nothing. No, this is deep. It's deep from the jump. So when people hurt you, you feel it very deeply. You feel it deeply. It's like a hit. Not even just an ego hit, it's just a hit, period, you know? Because it's just like, it's almost like there's a lack of understanding. It's crazy because I feel like you guys have this wisdom about you, right? You know, you have this wisdom about you, but there's also this purity, this naivety almost, where it's like, why are people like this? Like, why aren't people like this? Do I need to change myself? Am I supposed to not love? Am I supposed to not be a loving person? Oh my gosh, you see that? And that's what's crazy, because I was talking to a girl. I gotta keep going back to this because Spirit's helping me, because I'm having a hard time. You know, this is triggering, but like, I was talking to her and she was like, wow, you know, the way you speak and how you are, you would, I don't know, you just give off this vibe, you know? And she was like, I'm just glad that you've kept this type of personality and just, you know, you're you through everything that you've been through, you know? Because even with me, you know, listen, I've been through a lot, but I still have this naive feeling when it comes to partnerships, because it seems like that's where it's happening. It's like your partnerships. This could even be you coming together with yourself. Maybe there's something that's activating the femininity, you know, if you've been in the masculine energy, or the masculine energy if you've been in the feminine energy. It's like there's this balance. This could also represent people coming in relationships. I feel like you guys learn your hardest lesson through relationships, whether romantic or platonic, because you guys more than likely don't let a lot of people around you at this time frame. So the way that Spirit gets to you is through your partnerships, your relationships, and even maybe even co-workers, because, you know, sometimes we work and it's like our place of work is like our main, like, for example, I'm around my people at work more than I am around my family. So you know what I'm saying? It's like whoever can get closest to you, because you guys already have this, you know, it's like you ever see those Victorian dresses, or those dresses where they're like out and like nobody can really get through? They're big, they're puffy, because they got that cage in them. That's how I see for you guys, okay? So give me a second, I gotta, I cannot be distracted right now, girl. I cannot be distracted. So let me see. What I'm seeing for you guys with this Eight of Pentacles and this Lover's card, if I want to take it very specific, you know, your self-worth is coming to the forefront, okay? So with that being said, I know I'm speaking more in general, but, you know, God knows different ways to help build us with our confidence. For some of you guys, if you have a hard time speaking up and setting boundaries, you will notice that there will be more people coming towards you to overstep that line. That's because God's trying to teach you, listen, people are going to do this. This is life. You can't control everybody. But how do you react in this situation? It's almost like, you know how therapists have like some of their tactics are to expose you to the trigger so that you could deal with it. That is what's happening here with this Lover's card and this Eight of Pentacles. Exposure to a specific trigger. I don't know what the trigger is. I don't want to get too specific, but it's some type of exposure so you can find what's going to be your regimen that's healthy, that's balanced, that's not too on the left side, too on the right side, but it's like right down the middle. It's balanced with this Lover's card. There's something that's manifesting in regards to exposure to a trigger. Now, for some of you guys, this could be meeting someone. You know, we could take this in a more shadow aspect or a light aspect. Like I said, it's meeting people that might try to overstep your boundaries. Boom. This could also be some of you guys have not been connecting with friends. I was going to say family, but I'm not really getting family, but possibly. You know, you haven't been connecting with people because of what happened, and rightfully so. You know, you've been hyper fucking vigilant. You know, I get it. But with this Lover's card and this Eight of Pentacles, you guys may even get in a relationship that starts to trigger these feelings, and you start to see what I'm talking about, where it's like, damn, why am I not able to allow myself to feel this so deeply? Why am I not able to connect? You know, why am I so scared? You guys are going to get a partner eventually. You know, I don't know if it's going to be soon or not, but there's going to be a partner that comes in and supports that childlike essence. You know, they're going to support you. They're going to be there for you. They're not going to be in competition with you. They're going to, it's almost like, I keep getting this Aquarian energy. It's almost like whoever this is, even this friend, this is someone that's going to uplift you and even validate you. It's crazy because I'm about to do this segment on validation and how we shouldn't seek outside validation. But, you know, sometimes I feel like it's necessary to be validated in certain situations, especially depending on where you're at in your journey. And I learned that yesterday by talking to a girl. But anyway, back to this. Somebody is coming in your life and they're going to help. They're going to help you, but it's going to be challenging. You're going to have certain people that challenge the boundary in a negative way, or what you would feel would be negative, and you're going to have people that challenge you in a good way, but you know, because of everything you've been through, it seems threatening. It's like, I ain't never done this before. Like, what are your intentions? Like, I never felt this before. So you will have some exposure to some new experiences. Do I feel like you're going to be on guard at first? Absolutely. But I feel like what this is overall meant to do is to help you to push past that energy of limits so that you can experience life. But I also feel like it's going to help build your confidence, because some of you guys, you have loved so deeply, you've given so deeply, and you've been screwed, you know what I mean? And it's like, some of you guys are like, I can't trust myself. I'm like, I never really have the answer. Like, why am I so indecisive? Why do I just feel so out of whack? And you know, whatever spirit feels like is the best route exposure-wise to help you guys get out of that energy where you can stand tall and be confident, because you done already been through the storm and your intuition is on point, okay? That's what Spirit's gonna do. So give me a second. Oh, I need that shit. What am I doing? What am I doing? So a way that you can absorb this lesson gracefully, we do have the Knight of Swords and we have the Eight of Swords, okay? That's crazy, right? This is what I'm going to tell you. At the end of the day, you guys, even no matter what I say, you know, what I say, anyone says, it's, at the end of the day, it's your journey, you know, which is why I have not done like a what's your purpose reading, because I'd be so scared to say something that could, you know, if someone takes it as, you know, I don't know. I don't see tarot as something that you should take super, super, super serious, you know, but some people are. So I was like, I don't want to divert them and then they'd be off track. But anyway, with this Knight of Swords and this Eight of Swords, this is a lot of mental energy. Allow yourself to feel how you feel when this happens. Because is it going to piss you off? Absolutely, for some. Is this going to be a triggering relationship where maybe you meet somebody that actually gets you and it's like, oh my gosh, when is it going to be snatched away from me? Because it's almost like you have an issue with accepting good things. There's a lot of inner focus, which is great, but I feel like now you're being pushed into this is spirit talking, when can I provide you with people that will help you to feel whole? I know you took yourself off the market, but when can I bring that to you? When can I provide that to you? You know? And at the end of the day, you guys, what I'm picking up on, because I get it, some of you guys are like, but how do I know the next person is going to be faithful? That's the thing, you don't. You don't know. And I think there's a card over here in these oracles where it's going with the unknown. At the end of the day, and people might get triggered when I say this, but this is how I feel about it, to my understanding. Life has to be experienced in order to gain whatever it is that we're supposed to gain. You know, think about it. If all of us just had perfect, happy relationships, the world would be fucking bland. I wouldn't even be able to sit here and talk to you to be able to relate around a negative relationship. It would just be bland. So I feel like, yes, are you probably going to meet people that are still in this energy of a third party? I need other people. Like, you know, there's non-committal energy. Absolutely, you know. But like I said, Spirit is seeing fit or getting around you. Spirit is bringing around you what Spirit sees fit or deems fit as to what's going to help you build confidence. For example, I know there's somebody here that can vouch and say that a relationship, although they went through the storm in that relationship taught them a lot, to the point where their self-worth is now on 1,000,000, okay? It happens all the time. It's a big level up, okay? And not just that, you guys are, like I said, I really feel like I'm speaking to a lot of people that have really big purposes, you know, I'm just going to say it. So, not only are you meant to break free and do different things and be free and be authentic and be happy and push past those limits of what family put around you and other people that bullied you and things of that nature, but there's also this essence of you're meant to touch lives. So, being cooped up, you know, or not experiencing people, how could you be that force, or how could you be that light or that tower moment, that breakdown, you know? So, and it's so crazy because I move a lot, like in work, like jobs. I always tell people, like, I feel like God puts me in places and I'm meant to do something in that place, and then he'll move me. It's like boom, move. And I've noticed that, like, certain people I meet, certain people I talk to, because I don't be wanting to talk to everybody, but like there are certain people where I just talk to them. That's at Aquarius. I'm either a chatterbox or I'm quiet as fuck, but I just talk to them because I know it's a reason. You know, I connect, that soul energy. So those people are going to be coming around you, and just know, you know, I can't tell you how to feel, but just know this is a part of the lesson. And I know how I'm saying it is very graceful, but for some of you guys, some of these incidences will be painful. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're gonna be painful. They're gonna start making you think. Like I said, this could be a healthy relationship that starts to make you wonder, why do they like me? Why are they treating me so nice? Why is everything going so good in life right now? What am I doing wrong? Let me think of all the ways that this could go wrong. Already self-sabotaging. Let me self-sabotage this, or let me like back up because I know this person's already gonna leave me. You know, I'm seeing similar signs. Somebody else started off nice before and they fucked it over. So what I feel like is gonna happen and how you can handle this gracefully is by being patient with yourself and feeling those feelings, because you're meant to feel those feelings, okay? For example, you know, I don't think I went through life to not tell y'all examples, because I'm always going to try to bring it in if I'm having a hard time explaining it. Like, I bring up my relationship, you know, any of my relationships, really, especially this one, though. You know, after everything I went through, I was like, ah, fuck no, I don't know if I could really be around somebody, you know. But anyway, came across somebody, very dope, soulmate energy. We like clicked, okay? But they treated me so well that I was like, you know, once you're used to chaos, sometimes peace can be very threatening. It's like, what the fuck is this? So my mind, I didn't want to think like this, but my mind started getting triggered. I started having dreams about certain incidences that had to do with my essay incident, you know, because I hadn't been sexually involved with someone for a while, so that was a new opening. So it was like triggers from that coming through. There was like all these thoughts about what could go wrong, how is this going to be taken from me, or, you know, they're just lying, this couldn't be true. Just basically doing any and everything to bring myself to a point where I was like, okay, you don't need to be around this. Even though there was nothing in the situation that was, you know, negative. It was all positive, but I just wasn't used to that. So I feel like how you can handle these situations with grace is when you feel triggered, you know, if you need to take a step back, do that. But also be real with yourself and ask yourself, am I self-sabotaging? You know, because it is going to be a sense of exposure. You know, you've been cooped up. God's like, I need you to experience life, you know? So I think the best thing is to be patient with yourself, work through your emotions. Try not to overthink, but I know you're probably going to do that anyway. And then with that Knight of Swords, you know, this is giving me less emotions, more logic, okay? Knowing your trauma, knowing what you've been through, knowing your triggers, and being able to incorporate that into why you're feeling the way you're feeling. For example, I had to stop myself and I was like, Paige, you know, you've been through a lot, and you're not used to this type of treatment, so you're being triggered. Plus, I have a therapist to help me, so that was something I was able to do. Did I take a step back, coop myself up, and kind of get in this scared-ass place? You know, nightmares was coming in and things like that. Just all types of crazy stuff was happening and being activated. But, you know, I was able to come back to my logical mind and be like, Paige, you know, don't internalize this to the point where you take it personal and you're like, something's wrong with you. But just recognize, you know, validate yourself and your trauma. You've been through a lot. So this will take time. This is going to be a process. And the right person will understand that and they will not overstep boundaries. Now, on the other hand, not going to lie, you guys are going to be put around people where you are meant to give it to them. And what I mean give it to them, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about give it to him. Why was I about to say give him that throat? But I don't mean it like that. I mean give it to him like let them know how you really feel. Tell them. You know, you don't got to be rude. That's the thing. Even with my career and how I've advanced through everything. You know, I'm very boom boom, but I'm also very professional. So there's a way to do this in a professional manner. You don't have to get all out of line. You know, it's just letting people know. This is where I'm at, because this is all about self-preservation. When people keep asking you questions, I know some people get into this place, I know I've done this before, where I'm like, oh, like I just want them to stop asking me questions. They're not understanding the passive cues, the nonverbal cues, me not facing them, me not really being engaged, you know, because they're not self-aware. You know, these are people that are not self-aware, and they keep asking me questions, and I feel like maybe I just need to overshare so they could just leave me the fuck alone, you know? Because sometimes you're just like, maybe people will shut the fuck up and stop judging me if they just know the full situation. And normally what ends up happening is they shut the fuck up, but at that point in time, you're like, damn, I feel disgusting, I feel vulnerable, I feel open, I feel like my organs are outside of my body. Why did I have to go that deep for someone to lay off me? Sometimes I feel like that on here. Because everybody thinks everything's just so perfect for me. Someone said something the other day where they're like, well, you're in a good relationship so you would understand. I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I got to get on here and tell you about all the abusive connections that I've been through. I shouldn't have to do that. And I didn't, but I checked myself. You get what I'm saying? That's that mind. Use your mind to your advantage. Clear your mind. Take rest. And, you know, just be graceful with yourself. It's going to be a learning. This is not like a 1 week, 2 week type of lesson. This is like the next chapter type of lesson. Because you're coming back into balance for sure. Let me open my phone again. So a way this lesson is in true alignment with who you are. Let's get into it. Okay. So you guys are meant to be, it's crazy because the alien came out. You guys are meant to experience life. We got the Knight of Wands and we also have the alien. You guys are meant to be different. You're not meant to be like everybody else. You're not meant to be cookie cutter type. You're not meant to be, okay, the same little piece of grass like everybody else. You're not. Where my Aries at, okay? I just got this fire energy. You're meant to have a different perspective because you're meant to make change. If you came here with the same perspective as your family, how would you be the one to break the generational curse? How would you set an example for the people that are going to come after you? Whether it's kids, the kids that you end up meeting, or younger energies that you end up meeting through life, or even your cousins, you know, baby cousins and things like that. How would you be able to lead by example if you didn't do something different? So the way that this is in alignment is because you are being asked to take a different approach so that you can have more confidence and explore new options. Because some of you guys, you have a big destiny, especially in the beauty field or in modeling, cooking. It's like something creative, something homey. And some of you guys are just meant to be in a really good relationship. And this is what's going to help to get there. It's doing something different, okay? Stepping outside of that same dynamic so that you can have a healthy partner. Maybe that runs through the family. Everybody's dating people that are toxic. You know, we've all done it before, most of us. And instead of, you know, breaking free, recognizing the worth, they're like, this is all I'm worthy of. So let me stay around and try to work on this. You guys are learning when to not work on things and instead take a step back and be like, you know what, I'm good on this. Let me work on myself, because this may be a reflection of where my self-worth is, or the past might be a reflection of where my self-worth was. How can I press forward, okay? Because I'm not doing this. You know, self-preservation is a big thing. Knight of Wands. Listen, when I pull these cards, this is definitely for someone that's super creative. You guys are not meant to be stagnant. You guys are meant to experience life, get back into the swing of things. So that is why this is happening, okay? You guys are meant to experience life. You guys are not meant to feel depleted and feel like you have to hide in this like corner. It's almost like I'm picking up on like a Beyonce energy. Could you imagine if someone tried to put Beyonce in a corner? Nobody puts baby in a corner, but anyway, like, she has so many talents, and it's just like, you know, but what if someone did do that and they were trying to minimize her to the point where she gave in to that? We wouldn't even know Beyonce. So that's the vibe. I'm not saying that y'all gonna be Beyonce or nothing, but that's the energy. It's like, you're not meant to be at that place anymore. You know, that was fine for the moment. It's not to discredit your journey. I always feel like who I was back then was who I was supposed to be at that moment to learn what I needed to learn, but now I've changed, and how can I press forward and be the person that I'm supposed to be in this chapter? That's what I'm seeing here. Two of Pentacles, you're definitely meant to be balanced. You're definitely meant to experience life. You have a different path. So people might think that what you do is very unorthodox. They might not get it, but it's really not for them to get, because you guys actually have, what I'm seeing for you guys is you guys being able to do something that a lot of people struggle to do. I don't know what this is. And it's like, it comes naturally to you. It comes easy. This is passive income. This is not having to work too hard. Or even if you're working hard, it's working hard in something that you love. Maybe this has to do with a job, knowing when to end a job, knowing when to end a relationship, knowing when something is actually good for you and when it's time to turn inward and work on you with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You know, this is all around knowledge that's helping you so that you can have more peace, and you're not always in this fight or flight defensive mode. I definitely see something in business here for some of you guys. Maybe that's it's like there's this common theme of like somebody staying in something that they don't want to stay in, but that's what they think they're worth. This could be a job. Maybe you're going to be the first one that breaks free and does something that's a little bit more free-spirited. It's different from what the family did. And they're going to recognize, damn, they're at peace over there. They got clout over there. Not that that matters, but maybe this is like a YouTube channel or like something. I don't know, girl. It's like, damn, they're happy. This whole time I thought in order to be happy, I had to do X, Y, and Z because that's what my mom and grandma and everybody told me. And this whole time I've been trying to, you know, instill in them not to do what they're doing now, and now they're doing it, and it seems like everything is falling into place for them. Everything is working out for them. You know, that could be very unsettling for people to see that, you know, people don't have to have a certain job to be successful. Or they don't even have to have anything to be successful at this point. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really has to have real talent. Like, there's certain things that just people are destined for. So please remember that. Because with that Wheel card and this Empress card, that was for your opportunities. Like, what opportunities will bring or be brought from this lesson. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. This Wheel card, not my camera stopping. This Wheel card and this Empress card are very unique energies. Very abundant energies, very luxury energies. So what this can represent for you is, one, this is that energy that I would pick up on if some people are just meant to do different things. They're meant to be successful. They're meant to have a rich husband, or they're meant to have a nice home. They're meant to be able to travel and enjoy life in a more luxurious way. That's what I see for you. And that's what Spirit is trying to bring you to. But there's so much fear because of everything that you've went through, and it kind of halts you. It's almost like you want to move forward. I'm seeing, you know how Michael Jackson, his feet would be on the floor, but he would move forward. It's like your heart is moving forward, but your feet is still planted. That's so funny that I just thought of that analogy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we have, how can you follow your heart? I did get that Three of Swords, and I think it was a different card. The Three of Swords was coming out. So I feel like the main thing, feel those emotions. Because a lot of times what people will do is they'll rush past it and they'll be like, oh, I just got to push past. That's one thing that I'll say. When I say get over the past, I don't mean just get over it. I mean, do what you need to do to get over it. A lot of times getting over something is feeling it. Sometimes people walk past the feeling. They're like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. I'm just going to go, go, go. No, you got to feel those emotions. Because the moment that you feel this is the moment that you are starting to heal. Because that's why, in my opinion, why I feel like people end up jumping up in other connections and things end up going wrong, because it's like you didn't deal with the pain from the last thing. So now it's starting to come up. Now it's coming back up and biting you in the ass, because it's like now you're like, damn, why is this coming up right now? Why is this happening? It's because it wasn't really truly dealt with at the time that it was meant to be dealt with. This is a pressure turn into a diamond, or a diamond. Pressure turns, what is it? Pressure makes diamonds, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm trying to say, girl. This is one of those situations. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't think it's gonna be the easiest thing, you know, depending on where you're at. But that's what's the beauty of the journey. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be, you know, like this moving into this Empress energy, it's not meant to be. Some of you guys are meant to have kids. It's crazy because I feel like there's been family members that, you know, told you that you had to be a certain way, act a certain way. Or maybe they even wished on you that your kids would be a certain way. And it's like, when they notice that it's not like that, that's going to be very eye-opening for them. And that's going to help them on their journey. But, you know, we're focused on you right now. So I feel like the best thing that you could do is feel those emotions. And I'm telling you, Three of Swords represents a quick recovery, or a quicker recovery than expected. You know, that's like it's not as deep as that Ten of Swords. This is more of my mind needs to catch up with the emotions, or my emotions need to catch up with my mind. I'm in alignment and I'm ready to move forward with that Four of Swords, because we have that right here. Some of you guys are trying to get into this Four of Swords energy. You're trying to rush to the peace. But that hurt and pain needs to be felt. It has to be felt, okay? Other things that we have for you, other energies, we have shamanic healer, cleansing and attunement. So you guys are naturally just going to go through things because you're meant to be a light for others, even if you don't want to be. Sorry. Relaxation, peaceful pursuits, happy times. That's what you guys are walking into with that Four of Swords. Emotional desert, inactivity, isolation. Coming out of this to move into this. It's like you guys have been a little bit disconnected in a way. And Spirit's like, I get it. It's not to shame you because it makes sense. You know, you've been through a lot. But it's like, now I want to, you know, you're not who you once were. Now I want the you now, with the wisdom that you have now, I want you to experience life. It's almost like a new start. I told another girl this might be a common theme, where it's like who you were from a newborn to the age of 10 was who you were. But it's like whatever you learned in that time frame, because there's something that you learned. It's like now we're not forgetting what we went through. You know, we have it with us. We're not going to just, you know, throw away all our hard work. But now we're about to go based off of our knowledge and allow new experiences to come in from 10 to maybe 20 or whatever the fuck your age is. You get what I'm saying? Currents of emotion, uncontrolled feelings, allow those to come up. Y'all might be coming into a lot of emotions. It's meant to happen. How you gonna act? You know, how you gonna react? Sit. With that Knight of Swords, I have to say this again. Make sure that you stand up for yourself, you guys. Anyway, 44 Lantern. Consciousness is light, period. More awareness is what's going to move you through these energies, and what's going to illuminate where other people are the problem, or where maybe you may be the problem or the resistance, okay? We also have the Camel Boy, small steps, asking for help. Yes, this is that energy of move at your pace, you know, be real with yourself, but this is a baby step type of process. This is something that has to be unraveled. This is almost like, you ever see thread when it's all together and you have to like find the thread, and sometimes it takes a fucking while and then you gotta unravel it. If you were to unravel that whole thread all the way down to the little cardboard piece in the middle, that's a long time, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's gonna take a major amount of time, but there's a lot of layers we gotta peel back, so be patient with yourself. We also have women supporting women. Together we can transcend our individual limitations. That's the energy here. Some of you guys have had some real brutal energies when it comes to women. feminine energy. So this could be for my men or my women. This could be the females in your family, you know, their line and how they deal with other feminines. Because I know in my family, that's like the female on female, I don't know. Some of them be so cutthroat with each other. I don't know, with the family, I don't know. But anyway, so I don't know. But even for my men, maybe you had a mother figure that wasn't really there, you know. There's like this hurt around the feminine energy, maybe even around women, period. Either the feminine energy or just women traditionally. And I feel like this is what's going to help you to get more in balance with wherever you're lacking with masculinity and femininity. And if you're already in this energy, then you already know what's up. You have big things coming towards you. I do want to pull some cards on that. Can you tell me more about that Empress? Because that's big for me. Why the Empress? Can you tell me more about that Empress? We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, life is not supposed to be boring. We have the Hermit card and we have the Fool card. Exactly. That's giving me everything that we already went through. Feeling the emotions. Taking a step back if we need to. There's a lot of coffins here. You see that? This is reminding me of self-preservation. Do you see that? You see that? It's giving self-preservation. I'm also thinking of Anubis. I don't know why. But anyway, self-preservation. This is moving at your pace because, and this is the thing, don't feel like you have to explain to people why you move the way you move. That's another thing. I feel like some people get into that place. We've all been there before, because sometimes it's just triggering. It's just like, that pissed me off. But sometimes it might be like, we know that we are kind of being a little bit overprotective of ourselves. So it's like, you feel like you have to explain. You don't have to explain shit to nobody. I don't gotta do shit but stay black and die. You ain't gotta do shit, you know? This is about you. What's gonna make you feel good? However, I will say, if you know you're getting a little too comfortable with being isolated, that is when I would say, you know, do what you can, but also take small steps towards that full energy, experiencing new things, because that's the only way you're going to be able to, like, almost like recalibrate, like, rewire your nervous system, allow new experiences so that your body, because the body remembers everything that we went through. You know, we might get past it, but the body remembers, and that's what you're working past. This is like a thing inside of you, you know what I mean? So, okay, let me see, anything else? We have Aquarius, Leo, 4th house, and we have Leo again with the sun, hella sun energy. It's time to shine your quirky self, or let your quirky self shine. It's time to be, you know, some of you guys are just very different. You're weird, as they would say, and weird is the new in, honey. And even if it wasn't in, you're gonna put it in. You're gonna make it be in, okay? This is not the time to hold back on what you want, regardless of how outlandish it seems to others. This is the time to go for it. Some of you guys might have Aquarius in the 4th house. You might like to travel. Maybe you're more detached. I feel like there's going to be a lot of illumination around friendships, home, anything revolving the 4th house, and then also your 1st house. You know, how you express yourself and how you move around. I feel like that's going to be a big thing, and also how you present yourself creatively. All of those things are shifting for you. I'm seeing some 1st house stuff here, the 5th house, the 11th house, and the 4th house. A lot of level ups in those specific areas. So yes, Power One, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below. I think I'm going to do you guys is a little bit different. Ooh, did you see how my smoke just came towards me like that? Okay, who's a Gemini? Someone could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Because this is reminding me of the energy I was picking up on in their spreads. I feel like everybody's doing this like reevaluation around who needs to stay around and who doesn't. Do I need to engage and involve myself in the drama with my baby mom, my baby dad? Do I want this relationship? What's going to be better for me and my kids? Also just like, damn, is someone questioning y'all parenting skills? Some of you guys are choosing to be separate from different family members. There's something going on here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, if you guys feel yourself getting a little bit spacey, I am getting someone that could be a little bit forgetful. And I'm also picking up on, there's like a document here. What's this document? Someone getting a divorce. Maybe you guys are going through a divorce. That's so crazy how my... Woo! Girl, when my streams start doing this with this incense, you can't see it, but I can. Give me 1 second. So you guys are on the way up, and I think you know that. And I think you guys have been having this revelation around what needs to go. And I do think these are physical people because it's just not serving. There's a cord connecting you guys. You know, some of you guys need to do a cord cutting. Ooh, as soon as I said that, the stream went out. It's a thin one. Maybe you've been cutting at this and it's like, you ever had to cut something and it's like you're trying to cut through it, but it's taking a minute? Like if you were to cut through a thick ass rope, it's like da 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 da. So there's something here. But let me see. Girl. Actually, I'm gonna come back, you guys, because it's like 4 in the morning, so I'm moving a little bit slower, and I'm moving a little slower with this pile. And you know I'm an Aquarius sun and a Scorpio rising, and I know that this planetary shift right now with everything that's happening is slowing me down, low-key, along with me. It's just early, so I'll be right back. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta be blunt with y'all, and don't be scared. This is a really good energy. I mean, I don't know, you know my Scorpio rising, I'd be like, oh, the tower moment, invited in. But I don't know, like those heavier energies, I think, you know, I don't know, this is heavy, but it's like this is gonna, honey, this is the level up. So I had to pause, you know, because I was gonna do the whole spread. I'm sorry if it's a little crooked. I don't feel like changing it. I need to get this message. I'm doing y'all shit a little bit different. I'm definitely picking up on this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy because I just did those signs and this was playing out. It's like some of you guys are starting to do different things. You're starting to really follow your desires, and that's pissing people off, okay? For Libra, I was picking up on, and you don't have to be any of these signs, Libra has been a little bit in a facade around a connection, a relationship. This could be platonic or romantic, even a business cooperation. And it's like something has been really nagging on them. It's been a trial and error. They've done enough trial and error, and they're now ready to be like, look, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be in this relationship no more. I need to experience life. I need to be set free. And that's the vibe. So I'm not going to lie. For some of you guys, what I was picking up on, and I got to be blunt. This is a blunt pile. This is more of my blunt pile. I was a lot more, I don't know, different. I was different with pile 1. Still keeping it real, keeping it trail. But this is like a blunt pile. I have to be honest, pile 2. There has been something in your life that has been an illusion, okay? We've all went through certain things that we thought were going to be or turn out a certain way. We thought somebody was going to change. We maybe fell in love with the idea of them. Maybe we started talking to someone, and these are just examples. Maybe you started talking to someone, you built a connection with them. Maybe you started a job, you built a connection with the job. So both of those things are very positive. You're like, okay, I'm in it. You know, this is going to be for the long term. This is like a long-term thing. Even a friendship, you know, you start thinking past it, you know, oh, she's going to be at my wedding, or, you know, oh, I'm going to marry him, or we're going to move in together, or, you know what, this job is going to be around. I'm going to level up. I'm going to promote. But that's the thing. And it's not your fault. I don't want to be like, oh, you shouldn't have thought that far. No. But I do think this is a... Oh, why the word just left me. Hold on. There's something that's ending because it's not really for you. This is not like the path. Like it was never meant to go any further than this. You see distorted desire here. We have conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. It's like, what is really making you want to stay here? Because something, let me tell you what the lesson is that whatever is not for you, the mask is coming off. For some of you guys, maybe it really has been presenting itself as something good. You know, for some of you guys, you know, general reading, that's what it's going to be if it's meant to be. But for others, you're about to start seeing the cracks in something. This reminds me of my mentality right now. Ooh, let me not go there, Paige. You're not out the military yet. Because wait a second. This is that energy where you're like, especially with us transitioning, because I feel like there's something happening with Saturn right now where there's like the illusion of what was going on with Neptune. I think Neptune is going retrograde. I think. I have to check in. Don't quote me on that. So like the mask is coming off. Some of you guys are going to be looking around at something and you're like, I see the cracks in this. And this is not for me. I see the toxicity in this work environment, or I see how I might be low budgeting myself, or maybe it's not even that negative. It's just like, I'm starting to see that this ain't really for me. I want new things, new experiences. I'm starting to see that this person is not in a place where they're going to change at the rate that I would be comfortable. And I have to let go of that and tell myself the reality of the situation and move forward. May it be lonely at first, absolutely, but your self-worth and preservation is more than that. It's hold up, depth perception. See that sun right there? Absolutely. That's where you're going, happiness. Because there is this false, it's like I keep hearing falsity, false illusion, false promises, empty promises, black hole. Like, there was a word that came to me the first time. I can't get it right now. It'll come to me if I tap in. But it's like, the lesson is, you know, oh my God, no more chasing waterfalls. Oh, yeah. The lesson is, and I'm like tiptoeing around it. Something is going. How this lesson is coming through, you're going to start to see where a mentality that you have, a person that's in your life, because maybe it's not a person, place, thing. Maybe it's a mentality. Maybe you resonated with a certain type of love, you know. Maybe you were so used to a certain way that that was your way of love. Someone showing you love is, you know, anger or something that spirit doesn't see is healthy for you. That is coming to an end. So with that being said, like I told Power One, some of you guys are coming from Power One. This, I cannot control whether this is a lighter feeling where it's just like you recognize this and you're like, you know what, I'm going to take a different path. Or if this is a pain that's felt and then you make change, because sometimes pain is what causes the change. You know, I invite that stuff in. I don't know, because anytime I've ever went through a big ass fall, I know I'm about to come up. It's always been like that my whole life. So I always know I'm going through the dirt and the mud right now, but honey, when I come up, I'm about to be 10 times better, to the point where people are like, damn, how the fuck did she make it through that? I don't know. That's just the way of my life. I feel like that. But that distorted desire, do you see her? You see that girl right there? I keep getting this image of someone chasing somebody. They're trying to chase somebody. They're trying to get to them. They're trying to get them to see their worth. They're trying to get them to see them. They're trying to get people to see them. They're trying to get their family to see them. They are trying to be seen. Their soul is crying to be seen. But at the end of the day, nobody has to validate you. Nobody has to validate you. Nobody has to change for you. Nobody has to really do anything they don't want to do. That's for all of us. Nobody has to do that. And that's something that you're going to be coming to terms with. People will be people. They will do what they want. And they're allowed to. They're allowed to do them. They have their own journey. And I think you're going to be realizing that there's a part right now. I don't know if this is a connection. I'm trying not to be too specific. But there's something in life right now that you just don't fit in. Ooh, I know. I don't mean that to be like, oh, you're just not worthy of being a part of that. No, you don't want to be a part of this. Trust me. It's not for you. You know, because spirit knows something you don't. Maybe if this is a romantic relationship, you know, sometimes God be knowing that someone's not for us. We might see them in a certain way, but God be knowing. Because there's some people that I look at now that I used to be head over heels for. And I look at where their life is now and I'm like, ooh, Lord, I just see why you blocked that one. Because back in the day, I just didn't understand. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. This is self-worth. For my women that are chasing after someone, trying to get them to see, that's a lesson here. Some of you guys are going to be running, chasing, distorted desire, running and chasing, and then you're going to realize that it's like I don't want to say that. I don't want to say what just came to my mind. I just see somebody running after something that keeps moving farther and farther away. And then as soon as you get close up to it, if you ever do, it disappears. Next thing you know, you're in this dark place. You're like, how did I get here? I thought there was a promise to better. This person promised me better, or this job promised me better, but it's like, no, this was never going to happen because it wasn't meant. So we do have this 28 here. We have moving forward. The first step is taken within our stillness. Okay, so there's going to be a moment. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be. This is one of those things, depending on where you are, where it hurts, especially if you start to recognize, you ever recognize that someone may love you, but they're just not going to be able to love you the way you need to be loved. So you come to this revelation that they have to go and you just love them so much. You're like, wow. Or this friend that just, you're like, they only can act on their own understanding. And that's hurtful, you know, because you don't be wanting to just let people go. Sometimes we don't want to let people go. We want to keep them around. We want to fight for them. We want to help them. But sometimes it can be very hard to just take a step back and be like, that this person might not be changing right now. And they don't have to. Not everybody wants to grow, you guys. Some people are comfortable where they are. And if you don't understand that, it might not be for you to understand, you know. We all got to take a step back and say that, you know. All you could do is work on you. So instead of wasting your energy into something else that I feel like is distorted, there's going to be an illumination. You see that light to dark contrast here? There's going to be an illumination of what you need to walk away from. And how that manifests is going to be different for everybody. Not going to lie, because I got it over here, honey. It's people, places, things. We have a King of Swords, we have a Queen of Pentacles, and we have a Knight of Swords. That's a lot of court cards, right? But these also could be energies. These are situations coming in, and we got the Five of Swords over there. These are situations coming in to really show you what is not true anymore, what is not for you, what is not a part of the plan anymore. Because maybe it was good back in the day, but it's not no more. And some of you guys have been in such an illusion that you've been going after something, and false hope was the word. There's false hope in this situation, and Spirit doesn't want you to drain yourself anymore. You know, Spirit doesn't want you to hold on to this, because Spirit knows that this is not going to happen the way you think it's supposed to happen. Spirit wants you to be happy, so you're going to be redirected. And I feel like how that's going to happen is through people, experiences with people. We do have this King of Swords, this Queen of Pentacles, this Knight of Swords, Four of Cups. This could be a work situation, Six of Wands, Four of Swords, and we have the Five of Swords. We're making some cuts, okay? We're looking at where life is a little bland, where we feel like we're being sold short, sold a dream. Empty promises. Maybe there's someone in your life that is a little bit controlling. You want to be more free. Maybe someone is very controlling of your finances, or they're not giving you a raise and you feel like you're very successful and you're not being recognized. Maybe you feel like you're being overworked and underpaid, and it's like, I'm not doing this no more. Maybe you feel like you need a break from a relationship so that you could really see it for what it is, 11:11 on the clock. Because there's something here that I feel like it's like you're making it something that it's not, and I'm sorry. It's almost like, you know, I've been in this energy before, you guys. I'm not trying to judge you, but you ever have a relationship where you just see the potential in that person, so you just, you know, you get so caught up in the fantasy of them that you kind of fall out of touch with reality. And by the time you recognize, you're like so deep in it, and now you have to unravel that fantasy and come back down and come to the reality of the situation and who this person really is. And that could be painful, because that's not what you saw. And it could be very like, oh my gosh, like, where did that come from? I see that happening. But this is what's going to push you forward, honey. Five of Swords. There are 2 or 3 people in your environment that got to go. This is harsh conversation. That Five of Swords can represent gossip. This could represent betrayal, because either you're the person holding the sword that got all the swords around them, self-preservation of their mind, or you're those 2 women walking away. We can look at this multiple ways. This could be someone that's so stuck in being defensive that they don't realize what they're doing, so other people are leaving them so that they can recognize how their behavior is. Or this could be a situation where they had to defend themselves, and they had to, you know, defend their thoughts. You know, this could be done in, or like looked at in different ways. I don't know who you are in this scenario, but I do know that there are going to be some cuts with the people in your environment, or some cuts around a workplace. Six of Pentacles, taking a look at what is giving to you and what is not. Some of you guys are going to become bored. You're like in your relationship, for example, a relationship is going to be like, damn, like, I don't feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm giving and I'm not really getting. Or I'm starting to have a little bit of resentment for this person. I'm starting to be a little bit more rigid. You know, when you start getting annoyed with whatever this energy is, that's a sign that you're about to level the fuck up, okay? Some of you guys are going to have this big revelation of how you have been selling yourself short, or how this situation has been selling you short. It's like, it's not on alignment. I don't know how else to say this, because it's going to come out harsh, and I don't want to be harsh in this reading. But give me one second, I'm yawning. Yeah. There's about to be some cuts for sure. Another thing that I feel like may happen too. So you guys are walking into a lot of success. I've seen this, you know, this could be recognition, success, really walking in your power. I see that here with that Queen of Pentacles. And you're going to start to see the mask of people around you fall the fuck off. It's like the illusion, it's like the unveil is happening. There are going to be people that start reacting a certain way. When you become successful, pay attention to how people act. When you start to become successful, and this could be successful with your emotions. Maybe you feel better, you look better, you're feeling good, you're more confident, you got that promotion, you're starting to recognize your worth, you're starting to speak up for yourself, you're starting to hold back with your money, you're starting to do what's good for you that's going to help your confidence, help you to have mental peace, mental clarity, and stability. That is pissing some people off. And I got this in Gemini spread, and I also got this, and I think Libra and Aquarius is spread. You know, and there's a lot of swords energy here. So the way that this is going to manifest itself are the actions of others when you start to propel forward. And that could be propel forward in career, but also propel forward trying to come near them and trying to show love. See how they react to you. I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to be too confusing. Woo! That Six of Pentacles, honey. Let's see. Why the Six of Pentacles? Y'all might have two friends. I keep seeing these two females. Somebody might be mooching off of y'all. It's like instead of investing in them, you could be investing in something that you have going on. And all I'm going to say is this is a general energy of the veil is about to be released. It's like we're about to unveil and it's coming up so that you can see everything for what it is. This is taking the mask off. Ooh, and some of y'all, this is going to be an ugly feeling, but it's meant to happen because you guys are going places, and whoever these people are, energies, whatever I'm picking up on, they're not meant to come with you. Moving on. Okay, let's see. Tasha K, moving on. Why is this lesson in alignment with who you truly are? Why is this lesson? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, I got that in pile 1. We got the Lovers in reverse. That was in pile 1 too, but it was opposite. It was the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Lovers upright. And we have the Four of Wands. You know, what I'm picking up here is because you guys, I talked about this in pile 1, you guys are actually meant to experience a peaceful work life, a peaceful, loving connection, romantically, platonically. You guys are meant to have that in this lifetime. And whatever was going on up here is not in alignment with that. So you guys, like, how this is in alignment with you is because where you're going and where you're headed with the sun energy, that's what this is going to lead to. Is it an easy transition? Absolutely not. This is leading to Eight of Pentacles. I'm doing a reevaluation of my life. I'm a little bit more selective with my energy. I'm a little bit more selective with where I invest my time. And this is helping me to see through the cracks of these relationships with this Lovers card in reverse that don't serve me and that are unbalanced and are taken away from what I truly want and what I'm truly trying to give them, because I feel like you come to people with this Four of Wands energy. You want the balance, you want the peace, you got the loyalty, but the people that you're connecting with are not giving that. And instead of, you know, instead of helping to bolster that idea of love and helping you to feel better, it's not. It's actually taken away from it. So with this Eight of Pentacles and this Lovers and this Four of Wands, I feel like how this is in alignment is this is going to prove to you what you're deserving of, because some of you guys are building a distorted view on love, and Spirit's like, no, I don't want you doing this. You know, you're falling in love with the darkness. He's like, no, I need you to come back to the light, because that was there for a lesson, but you're kind of getting pulled a little bit too deep in there. It's like getting sucked into a black hole, and I feel God is like, okay, come back. I got you. Okay, I'm pulling you out, because we need to, you know, regroup. And I'm going to show you what a balanced connection is, a balanced lifestyle is. And that's why this is in alignment, because that's what's going to bring you here. And for some of you guys, that might be something that's painful. You guys are meant to have peaceful connections and a peaceful work life. Some of you guys are even meant to have a business, okay? Something that's peaceful, something that's balanced, something, I'm not saying you're not going to work hard, but something that is like less drama, more work and action on what we're actually here for, you know what I'm saying? And that could even be in a relationship too. Someone that's going to have equal efforts. Standards are going up for sure. Okay, what are the new opportunities that will arise from this lesson? The Hierophant, absolutely. Knowing your worth, been there, done that. Temperance, knowing your worth, been there, done that. Moving a little bit slower with people, having patience with yourself. This is going to allow you to see people clearly, because now you're in this Hierophant energy. You are not her no more. You're in this Hierophant energy. You also have this sense of temperance around you, being able to temper your emotions, being able to take your time, a sense of patience, being kind to yourself, also being able to fully see people for what they are and see it clearly, okay? This is also telling me your spiritual team is highly behind you. So you're about to level the fuck up from this, okay? This is like with that Hierophant energy and this Nine of Wands, absolutely. Wounded warrior. Listen, the way that this is going to present opportunities to you is, one, you're going to prove to yourself that you can get past a tough time. That in itself builds confidence. Also, if this has anything to do with business, people are about to be noticing you. You have more wisdom. Now you can level the fuck up. What does the Hierophant represent for you? Is this a level up in career? Is this finding a partner that actually gets it and is going to work hard in the relationship? Someone that's going to really give to you? Is this a friendship? You know, what does this represent to you? Some of you guys are meant to hold a very high position somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Master teacher type of energy. You're meant to be on top. So I feel like what this is going to move you into is to something that aligns with your higher desires, whether it's in a relationship, a business, someone that's going to respect you and respect your work ethic. This is a very much so a respected energy. This is a you will respect me and I'm going to stand my ground. This is also someone that's more selective with that Nine of Wands. Yes, you've been through a lot, but you still got those wands there to let you know of all the battles that you've won. And also as a little bit of a barrier so that you can feel confident that you're not going to go back to what you've been doing and what you've known, okay? Can you give me more about this Temperance card? Opportunities coming forward. Ten of Cups, absolutely. Ten of Cups, that's wish fulfillment in all areas. We talked about it. But it's realistic. This is real. This is not like a, I fantasized this before I actually had the facts. Absolutely not. It's like what you fantasize with that distorted energy over here, that's really going to be coming to you in real life. I do feel like you guys are going to be defensive, but I'm talking about like real connections are going to be able to give you exactly what you want. Watch pile 1. I think I talked about that because I feel like that could be triggering for you guys at first because it's like this is going a little too well, but that's what's coming in. It's meant to happen. You guys are meant to live a very fulfilled life, period. How can I follow my heart? Okay, how can my pile 2 follow their heart? The King of Wands. Confidence, moving forward by any means necessary. Page of Swords. If you feel like you have to put up boundaries, do so. If you feel like you have to speak, even if your voice is quaking, honey, do so. If you feel like you need to learn a new skill, this could even be in therapy, learn a new skill. Learn something so that you feel more confident, or you feel like this will help me to be able to move up in my career or move out of this business. This will help me to learn myself so that I feel more confident to move out of this toxic connection. You know, learning something can be in different ways. So whatever that is for you, I see that here. Also, we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is being patient with yourself, but also it's like there's a lot of passion and drive towards better. A lot of passion and drive towards better, okay? There's a lot of fire in you. But there's also this recognition that I've been through stuff with this Five of Pentacles. So there may be times where I need to take a step back and think and take my time. Listen, how can you follow your heart is by experiencing life, you know, experiencing life, having fun, while also being selective with people. When you start to feel, a specific energy, something that highlights where we need to slow down. Maybe it's not because the person is bad, but maybe you just need to slow the fuck down. You know what I mean? Honor that. Also, being aware of your trauma, your triggers, and what you've been through is going to help you on this journey as well. You'll be able to be decisive and kind of make the distinction between, is this what's really going on, or is this coming from a lack mentality or what I've known? Poverty consciousness. Some of you guys are meant to have a business and meant to be wealthy. I'm just going to say it, but we got to get out of this distorted desire and this distorted view about something that you thought was going to be a forever thing, and it's not. The Fool card, absolutely. It's time to step out. That's how you can follow your heart. Try new things. Allow karma to take its place where it needs to. Look at that. Or allow karma to do what it do. But you don't have to, intervene. You just do you. I'm hitting a wall right now. Hitting a dead end, so I'm about to get off of here. We also have the Justice card and we have the Eight of Cups. Balance, 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 balance. Eight of Cups. Walking away from whatever is not given to you. When you look at the Eight of Cups, it's not just walking away, but it's walking away from something that you love, something that you were building on. This was something that was being built on for a while, okay? This is something that this person probably put a lot into. You know, we don't know because we don't see the cups. And now they have to leave that behind. There's a lot of turning my back on what I used to know. Turning my back on what I used to know. And your spirit guards are around you. Spirit guides, spirit guards. Some of you guys dream about dogs. Those are your spirit guides. Absolutely. We also have this hangman energy. This is taking the time to really reflect and really being real with yourself and looking around. Some of you guys have not been looking around, and that's what's about to happen. You're going to be forced to look around so that you can really see what the fuck is going on, okay? Let's see. I'm going to go to my unicorn oracle. Messages. Also, drink more water. Drink more water. Something is dry and deserted here, and it's time to get out of Dodge, okay? Boom. We have the good luck card, a safe and happy home, and we also have gloriously human. You know, forgive yourself. You know, you don't have to feel bad about these decisions or being in this distorted view. You know, this is a part of being human. This is a part of the experience, and you know, you gain what you gained and move. And we also have everything is going to be fine, you know, period. So they're definitely coming through, your spirit guides and angels, to come tell you, like, everything is going to be fine. Oh my gosh, you heard that little ding? Aww. Someone's name could be Amy here. Let's see some letters. We have PC. Someone's name could start with a P, first, middle, initial. PC. Some of you guys are meant to do something on a computer or like digital imaging or something technology-wise. It's going to be speaking, something with, you know, the internet in some type of way. We have S, Sydney. Somebody was just watching Nemo. We have some, R. Some of you guys like to listen to Russ. Some of you guys like mustard. MUA. Some of you guys want to be a makeup artist. Some of you guys get migraines really bad. Some of you guys might be Samoan. Somebody wants to go to Maui. Arugula. Someone is going to switch their diet up and start eating more greens, or maybe arugula and kale is going to be really good for you. Let me see. Mars. You see that? Mars, Aries energy. See, there's a lot of momentum coming in here. Mars, and I'm also getting Uranus, yours, and Pluto with this Casanova energy at sign. A lot of good energy around social media. People wanting to come around you. Let me see. I could also turn this into Saturn. Map. Map us. Map. Process. Map. So you guys are going to be guided. We have us. Someone was just watching us. We also have cuss. Yeah, I do think y'all are going to... Listen, with that at sign and that cuss, I feel like there is somebody that you're going to have to, like, you might get in a little bit of a scuffle with, verbally. And you know what? It is what it is. Because you're standing your ground. Is this my pile? Not there being a PA. PA. Parlay, parlay. Pack. Pack Sun. Some of you guys like to shop at Pack Sun. Toys R Us. Some of you guys like scrambled eggs or something like corned beef hash. Used to eat that. Scrap. You see that? Oh shit. Some of you guys definitely might get in a little squabble. A little squabble. Some of you guys like to listen to Party or Meg Thee Stallion. So anyway, these could be letters that are, you know, like I said, first, middle, initial, and then plus I got some channeled messages. So we have SCRAP, we have at sign MU, okay? So yes, you guys, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates. I'm going to move on to pile 3. I already know you see. Do you see my girl right here? We have Nicki. Okay, Nicki Minaj. This is your card. This is actually a very beautiful card. Some of you guys have a prominent Aquarius placement. I am getting that when I think of this because I think of someone's mind being very like expansive, maybe even a Sagittarius energy coming through here, Pisces energy. You could be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or maybe even a Gemini. Yeah, air energy is coming through here, but not Libra. I'm not really getting Libra. It would be a Gemini, Aquarius. Yeah, so anyway, At first I was gonna watch my little show and then come back to y'all pile, but I think it's very straightforward. A lesson, like your next biggest lesson, has to do with leadership and stepping up to the plate, okay? Because God feels like you are capable, okay? Some of you guys are overthinking, will overthink this situation and feel like you're not worthy, but that is exactly what is meant to happen. Well, kind of, you know, you're meant to go after it. So the next lesson is, how can you fall into leadership roles, be confident, and go against, underneath here, the resistance with Sparky D. See that? The resistance, and it was in reverse. How can you go against the resistance, the doubt, the hesitancy, the insecurities, and lead? Because you guys are meant to lead. So everybody's situation is going to be different. Leading could be in all types of ways. And this is just me to help you out, because I know some people have like a one-track mind, so they only think of leading as like, oh, being the head of a business. And it's like, no, you can lead by example by being you. There's all these little TPs down here, and there's this one individual who has this very expansive mind. I keep getting that movie, Beautiful Mind. You might be very misunderstood. People might not get it, but that is okay. You're leading your own destiny, you're leading your own way, you're doing you, and that in return you might not know, and you might not even want this, but sometimes you being you is already helping people, because it might make them question, why don't I feel like I could be myself? Why do I have to jump on this person and try to make them feel less than? You know, why am I like that? Why do I feel like I have to talk this person down when they want to do something? You know, you've had a lot of adversity, but I feel like you guys have gotten past that, or are currently, and you've grown. Look at that hair. It's giving Einstein energy. I don't know. You guys are very smart, very witty, very talented. Some of you guys will make great lyricists, music writers, book writers. Anything to do with the third house I'm getting is like very prominent here. Give me 1 second. Oh my God, that is not my coffee, girl. That was paint water. Why do I have these 2 cups here? This is my coffee, but the other one was paint water. And it was just a reaction, like, you know? Ew. Anyway, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Okay. That's another thing that happened to me. That's so funny that that happened. That was a careless little mistake that almost took place. But what else I was going to say is, with my camera, like, I had my card in my hand, like the little SD card, and didn't even know. And I'm like, when the fuck did I take the card out? Like, I just came up here to, you know, remove the tape. You know, I didn't even know. And that's because I was moving so fast. Have you ever got somewhere, drove somewhere, and you're like, damn, like, when was I even driving? Like, or like, how did I even get here? You guys have a very fast mind. And start using that to your advantage. You know, ground when you need to ground, but stop looking at how your mind works, or like what you're learning to do. And what the lesson is going to be is to come into a mesh with how your mind works, instead of like taking the judgment. Some people don't understand you, some people don't get why your mind works the way it does, but whatever is going on in that little cranium of yours, or that big cranium, honey, because that's a big head, it's different. It's meant to be how it is, because you're meant to lead. You're not meant to think like everybody else. You're not meant to do the normal. This is like a common thing that's for everybody. So let's see, what card is this? Okay, we got the King of Wands. Give me 1 second. I gotta grab my phone, girl. It's 4 a.m. I'm just getting started. I woke up at 3 in the morning. How long was long? Give me 1 second. I gotta find that little template. Someone likes 2 Chainz. Anyway, oh, that song, Yeah, I'm Different. Yeah, I'm Different. That wasn't the song that was coming through, but it just came through. I don't know. Crib in my closet. Anyway, oh my gosh, we have 6 of Swords. Y'all, everybody is sending me all these people, because everybody's getting scammed right now. Like, there's this scammer, and everybody's sending it to me, and I'm actually not mad. I'm irritated, but like, what if they didn't send these notifications? That wouldn't have been confirmation. You know, these dings are confirmation for my reading. So if they wouldn't have sent these notifications, I wouldn't have had that extra confirmation to help you guys. So that's how I kind of turn it around. See what I'm saying? That's how I kind of turn it around. But sometimes I'm just like, because I can't do anything about this and it's aggravating, but I'm gonna keep it on. They're trying to tell me that there's a page scamming. We know, okay? Anyways, about you guys. How will this lesson manifest itself? Some of you guys are moving. Moving could be moving physically or moving on your journey. There's movement to, I heard green pastures. There's movement forward into an environment where you can actually lead in a way where you're respected. This is almost giving me the vibe of someone going to a different department, and you know, maybe at the last department, you know, it was very toxic and a lot of toxic masculinity, and it's like when you get to this department, it's less micromanaging, more we trust you. We're gonna invite you to do your own thing. We get it. We respect your mind, and we know you'll get it done. So it's like you have this free reign to, you know, get shit going, because at this point you've always been talented, but you just didn't have the right environment at the time. You know, it was very suppressing. Okay. You know, I talk about this when I told you guys about me cooking for my man and like why I didn't cook for past people. Like this one ex, he was so fucking mean, and he would just always, he always had something to say. Like, bitch, ask me, can I cook? Bitch, can you cook? Like, what are you doing for me that, you know, puts me in a position where I want to cook for you? And he was very nitpicky about my body, just all types of stuff, just mean as fuck. And you know, when you have an environment like that and you don't have a lot of support around you, you know, sometimes you're not going to have support. But when you have a partner, like an intimate partner like that, you know, it makes you not really want to, you know, you always feel like you're going to be judged. So you don't even want to move around. You don't even want to show your stomach, let it all hang out or whatever the fuck. You're like, this person is constantly judging me, which a lot of times has something to do with them, but I pick up on that. Like, you've been through that, and I feel like you guys have kind of came to the thought process that you are different, and it's just like, you know, instead of being like, woe is me, I'm misunderstood, nobody gets me, it's like you embrace that shit. You're like, I'm glad I'm misunderstood, I'm glad I'm different, because y'all motherfuckers is so bland. It's giving bland, okay? It's giving Nikki, well, not the bland part, but yes, you know, it's giving color, it's giving, I'm gonna do me, and y'all will follow after, okay? And another thing I wanted to mention, did you see how Nicki Minaj, like, you know, there was a powerful rain, and then all of a sudden everybody was clowning her, saying all this stuff, but as soon as she came back, if you know, you know, now everybody on her team again. People will be people. People are temporary, you're forever. One minute people gonna like you, the next minute they won't. There's gonna be people on here watching right now, it's gonna be like, oh P, I love your messages, because it might be something positive that I said, and the next day they might hear something triggering, whether it's true or not, and they're like, oh my god, da 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 da. Oh the fuck well. People change, I'm forever. You know, people change, you're forever. I'm not just saying it for me. So I feel like you guys are gonna be moving into an environment where you can, you know, really move around without judgment or micromanaging. That's gonna be different for everybody, very specific. Okay. How will this lesson manifest itself? How will this lesson manifest itself? The Nine of Wands. Absolutely. Some of you guys are going to be going toe-to-toe about an idea, or there's just this energy of climbing to the top. That's going to look different for everybody. Maybe, you know, if you have your own business, you might not have to go against other people to get your point across, or competition. It's more of a me versus me type of battle, proving to myself that I can go a higher level each time, you know, always in this place of self-development. But this is a sign of prevailing, okay? Nine of Wands, how will this manifest itself? You're going to be thrown, I don't want to say thrown to the wolves, but you will be thrown in situations where everybody's looking at you for answers, and you're like, why the fuck? I barely got my life together. Why the fuck did y'all put me in this? But the thing about it is, you're the Nine of Wands. Of course, you went through it all already. Not all of it, but you know what I'm saying. You went through a lot, so you've got a lot of wisdom. I just don't think you give yourself enough credit. And you're going to be put in situations that help build your confidence so that you can step into that leadership role, because it's meant for you to lead. You're not meant to follow. You're meant to lead. And we also have the King of Swords. Exactly. How this is going to manifest itself, for some of you guys, it's just as simple as you starting a business, or for a lot of y'all, you being promoted. You getting a certain position that has you ahead of certain people, that has you kind of where you're in the place of where you have to manage a group or a project. That's how it's going to manifest itself. You're being put to the test. It's like very literal, okay? So let me see. How can you handle this gracefully? I'm sorry, I got to keep opening my phone to make sure I'm on track. How can my pile 3 handle this gracefully? Ooh, please, you guys, don't. It's going to be easier said than done. But I just want you to know, you've been through a lot, and you're a boss. A boss. Okay? Don't sell yourself short, because you're meant to be, oh my bad, depth perception. You're meant to be the lead, period. Okay, you're meant to be the head and not the tail. No offense to my tail, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so we have the Chariot and we have Justice in reverse. So the best way that you can handle this gracefully is, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels a little bit rocky, even when it feels like things are not going how you would think a balanced situation would go, keep going anyways. Some of you guys work in a place where it's like, I literally just got this idea where, so there was this time in my career where we had to start this whole new section, and we had to support this whole new platform and these pilots, and it was like we had to, you know, really come to this whole curriculum and rebuild. It's like rebuilding something from scratch so that it could support something new. This is like a new squadron. If you're in the military, you know this isn't just a squadron that was already there, where they had us supporting damn, I almost said my job, but a supporting certain career field with them to be able to help them. So they had to put us in there, you know what I mean? And you know, the higher ups, they had to like really, it's like starting from scratch. It's like, this is a little bit jumbled. I was gonna say jungle. This is a little bit jumbled. This is a little bit unorganized. So instead of being like, you know what, fuck this, I'm not gonna do this, this is too hard, it's more like, no, I'm gonna keep going. Because at the end of the day, it's hard now because we're just getting started. We're just getting off the ground. We're restarting. We're trying to, you know, change certain things about ourselves. For some of you guys, if this is spiritual, or change certain things. It's like, you ever take somebody's position? You ever move into a position and someone else was there and they had their own structure, and now you come in and you're like, damn, I don't really like how they do that, and you have the opportunity to change because you feel like there's a better way? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. There's something here. So it's not going to be all planned out for you and all easy breezy, but that does not mean stop. Keep going. Literally keep going. Take it day by day. Sometimes it will get hard. I'm not trying to say it's not. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy. But what do you need to do in order to make this easier for you? Is it take it bite by bite? Do you need a partner? Let me see. For those that resonate with that, what will be the main thing that helps them to push forward effortlessly, or somewhat effortlessly? Fortitude. That's strength. And we have the Knight of Wands. And we also have the Five of Swords. Okay, so for me, this is a more like get it by any means energy, where it's like, okay, Knight of Wands, it's go after it. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this is that energy where it's like, instead of wondering about who, what, when, where, and being super duper organized, this is a keep going, because it will start to figure itself out. And I know that sounds very chaotic, but something about this is, as long as you do you, for example, Nicki Minaj, as long as she showed her talents, you know, did what she could do, put herself out there, things started to work themselves out. People started to notice her. People started to go and be like, okay, I see that. And then everything else started kind of working itself out. I'm not saying that she didn't do no work. She definitely did. But there are probably a lot of people that will vouch for her and get her in connections and put her in connect with people, you know. And then not just that, now she could put people in connect with people. And even just the barbs, like she has a whole like little stampede of barbs or these people, and it's like they defend her, you know what I mean? So it's like, did she probably expect that that was going to be a thing? You know, specifically probably not, but you know, she did her and everything else followed. So I feel like there's something about that here. Also with this Five of Swords, this is business, this is not personal type of energy. For example, in the military, I always got to come back to this. You know, when we upgrade or like level up or promote, for example, when you go from like a senior airman like I just was to a sergeant, you know, you take a different role. And think about it. If you were just around a bunch of people and they knew you as an airman and they're like your peers and they're like the same age as you, and then you promote to a sergeant, you know, that could be a little bit difficult for some people to navigate. You know, some of them might be used to calling you by your first name. Some of them might be used to calling you senior airman. So it's a little bit of an adjustment. Not just that, now because you've promoted, you might be in charge of some of your friends. And you know, in order for you to have self-preservation and for you to be able to progress in your career, you know, you got to do a good damn job at what you do. So now, this isn't just one of those situations where just because you're my friend, I'm going to let you slide. This is, I have to hold you accountable. because now you're like working under me and now you represent me in a way. So this is a very, it's not personal, but this has to get done. So anybody that's not with that, they got to either go or you got to put them in line. I'm seeing that. This is a very, I have to do what I got to do. I do feel like it might make some of you guys uncomfortable because you're not used to doing this, but you will prevail, okay? That strength card. Can you give me more about this strength card? Every time I see that guy right there, yeah, 8 of Wands. There are going to be some people that don't like it. You see how there's all these arrows? I mean, it's in reverse, but you see how there's all these arrows going one way and there's somebody going the other way. So are some people going to get in line and get in motion and understand? Absolutely not. 2 of Swords. But like I said, this is not the time to tap into your emotions and take it personal. This is logic. This is what's going to get it done, okay? So before we get all confused and start contradicting, let me move on. Anyway, moving forward. New opportunities that will arise from this lesson. 1, networking, more promotions, you know, awards, things of that nature. Look at that. The Queen of Pentacles, money, a higher position, new money, 3 of Wands. Like I said, networking, people noticing you, your business really growing. It's like you're not going to be stagnant. Some of you are moving. Ooh, you heard that? Some of you are moving up and you're going to recognize that some of the people around you aren't. It happens sometimes, you know. Do you want to be on the opposite end where all your peers are leveling up and you're not? Or do you want to be on the end where you're leveling up too, you know? That's what I see here. So opportunities are coming in. It's going to be in business and money, and also in further opportunities for you to expand on whatever this endeavor is, okay? Very business focused. How can you follow your heart in this situation? You have the 6 of Pentacles, balance, 7 of Cups. Ooh, hold on. Page of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. How can they follow their heart? This has something to do with your family. Oh my God, everybody listen, if you watch all piles, I'm not saying you have to, the last card for the follow your heart has always been the full card. This is a whole nother deck. In pile 1, pile 2, and now pile 3. Crazy as fuck. Anyway, with this 3 of Pentacles, this Page of Wands, okay. This is speaking up for yourself, putting yourself out there, getting noticed, even when you feel uncomfortable, you know, even when you feel like a little fish in a big pond. 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, taking constructive criticism in a way where it is, you know, instead of internalizing it to where it's like, oh, I'm not worthy or I ain't shit. No, it's just like, okay, that didn't work out. How can I fix it? You know, it's learning. It's tougher skin. It's tougher skin. Also with the 7 of Cups, still in evolving yourself in emotions when it comes to your family, not letting work trickle into your home life, family life, relationship. Also allowing your mind to dream a little bit when it comes to what it is that you want, because your creativity is still going to be, when it comes to these emotions, it's still going to be fueling whatever I'm picking up on, this endeavor, or whatever this is y'all doing, or this vision. Some of you guys have a vision about like a group, a charity group, or some type of something. It's something with the 6 of Pentacles. So allow your mind, it's like have that rigidness when it comes to the people you work with. You know, like I said, an emperor can't just be all fluffy with everybody around. Like, that's the emperor. Like, you got a kingdom to hold down. However, you know, for the people like your children or even yourself. Give me a second, I just lost it. Hold on. I lost it. Maybe it wasn't meant. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like with the people that matter. My phone just went off. For the people that matter. Everybody keeps sending me this fake ass page. For the people that matter, the people that like the home life, you know, keep home life and business separate. Okay, that's one way you can follow your heart. Be careful of bringing that rigidity. Like, that's what I was gonna say. Rigidness with the workers, not rigid with the family. Some people will bring their work life home and then it's like they can't switch the role. It's almost like actors. You ever see actors that weren't able to break character because they were just so in that character? You know, be careful of that. But also be very, very adamant almost about new. Keep going. Even when you're not getting noticed. I just thought of Kanye West's documentary. You know, people wasn't really hip to him at first. You know, they wasn't really seeing it. But he kept going. And that's the energy here. You guys are, I'm literally being told to tell y'all to keep pushing. Literally. New experiences. Take a chance. Take a risk. Put yourself out there. You are going to land on your feet. And then I see you guys landing on your feet, and then like a circle underneath you. Let's say you land on your feet, right? And the ground underneath you starts to rise, and you begin to rise and become big. That's what I see for you guys, okay? Some of you guys are definitely an air sign or an Aries. I keep getting Gemini energy. I keep saying Gemini, Gemini. So maybe it's just about this new moon. There's like a major shift, okay? Or maybe you have a prominent placement. I don't know, okay? Anyway, let me see what else I want to pull on. Let me see. Okay, anything else for my pile 3? We have sweet and gentle power. Exactly. Let it go. And I think that's let it go of fear and rediscover the sweetness of life, experiencing life. Ooh, life is meant to be enjoyed, okay? So having time where you also can experience life is major. Put yourself out there. And we also have release judgment around food, okay? That might be a personal message. And we also have love without judgment. And at the bottom of the deck, attract a lover. So I might have pulled too many because there's some other messages coming through here. Or that could also just be in life. You know, if you feel like you're on a day where you can indulge, allow yourself to do that, because you are carrying this very strict energy, or this very I gotta go get it energy. So allow yourself to also indulge and enjoy life. So yes, pile 3, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below. I had to take a major break, not because I wanted to, between piles, because I had to make a post to address this scamming situation. It's not really the fact that people are writing me, I mean a little bit, but you know, you can always ignore a message, but it's more so that people are actually giving these scammers money after I've already posted. So I don't know, I'm just like, there's nothing really else that I could do, and I feel like that's a channel message for you guys. There's gonna be a lesson here for you where you have to make a call about something. You have to call judgment yourself, because when you see her, she's standing up, she might be wounded, you know, but she's looking, she's mature, and she's like, you know what, this isn't going like I need it to go, so what do I need to do to put myself at ease? What type of call do I need to make? What type of decision do I need to make? So something's gonna happen where you guys have to make a call about something. Like, there's a lesson here. Why is this happening? I don't know if like maybe this is spirit trying to help you guys understand that you have more control than you think, or, you know, I don't know yet. So let's see. What is the lesson? Where's my phone? I'm sorry, y'all. I had to silence my phone. It was throwing me off my game. I'm like, my phone kept going off, and I don't want to silence it because I like when I hear the little ding, you know. So give me 1 second. I'm also hearing there's going to be a lesson on why you shouldn't procrastinate. You guys are going to go through something where you see, this is why I shouldn't have procrastinated, or this is why I need to be more decisive, okay? So let's see. What is your next soul lesson? What is your next lesson in general? What is your next lesson? What is your next lesson? From our last pile, we have the moon. Why the moon? Ooh. The 7 of Cups, that's crazy. Indecision. The Knight of Pentacles, that's so crazy. And the Fool card, it's like the next lesson is everything that I just said. It's like you're going to recognize that waiting and being stagnant and letting things kind of like take their course and run their course in this situation is not really beneficial. For example, I just thought that ignoring these, you know, these messages, I'm like, people will get the gist, but I've been ignoring it, and my boyfriend was like, you need to make another post about the scammers, and I'm like, nah, you know, it'll die off, because that's what happened last time. And then, girl, I got to the point where I started getting frustrated because I'm getting bombarded with messages on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, like all these different messages, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, even past the point where I made a post, I'm like, damn, what do I need to do? So I took the time out of my day to make a post, and it's everywhere, and after that, it has nothing to do with me. That's how I feel. And that's kind of the vibe here. It's like there's going to be something that kind of catches up to you where it's like, okay, this is probably why I shouldn't have procrastinated. This is probably why I should have just did it when I felt the need to do it, or, you know, it's just giving you a new perspective. This could even be in the means of, you know what, I can't help everybody, so I'm not about to stress myself out. I'm about to move in a different direction, one that's less resistant, one that's, you know, resistance sometimes isn't a bad thing, but this is like a lot of confusion, a lot of slow movement, a lot of fear, a lot of illusion. And it's like, no, I want to go towards the sun. I want to go towards the clarity, the light. I want everything. I want to see everything. I literally just thought of Adam and Eve. You know, when they ate the fruit and they saw that they were naked, it's like you guys are going to have this revelation around your environment, and whatever that lesson is, you know, it's going to come in different ways, but something is going to occur that's going to make you feel like you have been procrastinating, and it's going to finally push you into a new direction. Okay, yes, we have the Eight of Swords. Some of you guys overthink things. So Spirit's like, let me send some tension. Let me mix the pot real quick to really kind of get them out. It's almost like, not the boiling, is it the boiling frog? You know, like how they put a frog in a pot, but usually they boil to death. This though, I feel like this is an example of you recognize when you're about to boil to death and you jump out. So Spirit is noticing that you've been in this pot just boiling, and it's like you don't even realize that shit is getting hot as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You don't even realize that the water is boiling right now. So I feel like this is God trying to step in and save you from a connection, or a situation, or just save you from a mentality and kind of do a course correction. So let's see, how will this manifest itself? Four of Swords, how will this manifest itself? When you come across certain ideas, people, places, things, you're going to feel like you're always struggling to get people to understand it's too much tension, it's too much, this is taking a lot out of me. You're not carrying your own load. I feel like I'm carrying everything. I'm tired, I'm drained, okay. I feel like all I keep doing is working and working, and you know, it's almost like there's something that you've been thinking about. Maybe this is around a job where you're like, it's like something needs to be faced so that you can really dive deep on why you feel the way you feel. This may have to do with work, your boundaries, a person, place, or thing, something around the past. You guys are going to be really separating yourself from the past. I do feel like how this could also manifest itself is there's going to be people coming around you, coming around you, you know, both back around and around, that it's like their life is going to inspire something in you. Do I think it's just going to be like a graceful transition? No, because some people might be leveled up. Maybe they're doing certain things with their life, and it makes you do a little bit of a recall on what you've been doing and why you've been stagnant and how you've been living in fear. Or there's this energy where you come across people that you miss or want back in your life because it's comfortable, but then you see they're really not doing much and it's holding you back. So that's kind of how I see that for you guys. Very straightforward. Why is this alignment? Why is this lesson in alignment with your soul purpose? Judgment. Ooh, you guys are meant, I just thought of my sister, you guys are meant to move people out of stagnation, but not in the way of where you're carrying all of their burdens. That's not what Spirit intended. What I'm picking up on is there was this intention to allow you to experience the experience, gain wisdom, and then move intuitively, be decisive about that. And then whoever follows, follows, and whoever falls off, falls off. Because you're meant to lead by example. It's not necessarily taking everybody's burden, taking everybody's downfall, taking in all of this energy that causes you to feel, you know, a little bit shaky. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to, one, allow you to transform, of course, allow you to become more decisive while also being very tuned in with your emotions, allowing your inspiration to come back, and allowing you to explore life in a different way, because you have a lot of people that look up to you, whether they tell you or not. A lot of people watch you, whether they like you or not. So when you move, when you move, or when I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. That's what it's giving me. It's like, the reason, it's like your soul purpose, or something about your purpose, revolves around you living a certain life based off of what you want, and then people getting inspired by that. But that can't happen if you're stuck in a specific timeline or a time zone or a time frame that's really depleting you instead of inspiring you, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. You guys are going to have a new spark when it comes to creative endeavors. New energy is going to be coming in as well, and there's a lot more creativity coming through, and you guys are going to be more strong, Paige. You guys are going to be stronger and more confident when it comes to your endeavors and your climb upward, whatever that means for you. I also see you guys meeting someone, a counterpart, someone that you guys can really vibe with, someone that gets you. And that's also going to inspire people to know that they don't have to settle for a toxic connection. They can take time to themselves, you know, learn themselves, move through these experiences, go through the dirt and the mud. It's giving Phoenix energy. And you know, you can come out on top. You're meant to be an inspiring story, okay? So anyway, new opportunities that will arise from this lesson. I feel like a partner. We have the Eight of Cups, walking away from the old to accept the new. We have the Knight of Wands, the Five of Cups. So what I'm picking up on here is the main opportunity is that you're going to move forward. A lot of you guys will be starting to gain new connections. You'll be walking into more balance, networking. But I'm not going to lie, you guys are actually really very much so prepping for energetically a counterpart, a healthy relationship, someone that gets you, someone that's going to give to you and not take, okay? Very Six of Pentacles type of relationships, very you give, I give, you know, it's very balanced, okay? That's what's coming through for you guys, an opportunity to experience balanced connections instead of a lot of trauma bonding connections and connections where people are non-committal or flighty, okay? You may feel a little bit at odds at first, but I feel like you guys will get through this. You know, it's going to be a little bit, you know, uncomfortable at first, but I feel like you guys are going to push through because you know that something better is around the corner. Let me see. How can you follow your heart in this situation? I just heard stay true to your boundaries. Knight of Wands. Let creativity and your boundaries guide you. We also have the Hermit. If you ever feel threatened in a way where you know it's not like you self-sabotaging, is actually a threat, you know, take time, take a step back. If you need to take a step back, you know, if you need to recharge, reflect on, you know, what's been going on, because you guys are transitioning, you know, if you need to do that, if you need to move, if you need to remove yourself from an environment because it's just not budging and you don't feel like, or even have the energy to push anymore, you know, move accordingly. You know, choose peace. What brings you peace? Is it leaving? Is it staying? What is it? Messages from our pile 4. We have love spell, attract a lover. Yeah, this is, you guys have love coming in. There's somebody coming in. We have psychedelic, wisdom of the fairy folk, the fae. Ooh. Okay, and we also have deeper understanding with that Hermit card. You guys are going to understand life a little bit more and your journey a little bit more, which is going to help you guys move a little bit more effortlessly. Gloriously human, admit your true feelings, and we have balance in physical and spiritual. Or wait, balance the physical and the spiritual. That's what it's giving, and I kind of see that here with this Two of Cups. If I can find it, girl, where'd it go? Where'd it go? It got lost in the sauce, but y'all saw it. It was the Two of Cups. That's what that kind of gives me, that type of vibe. And let me pull you another card. Okay. Anything else energetically? 11:11 on the clock. We have Archangel Raguel, I think. Justice, harmony, solutions. Nature, spirits, the 4 elements, going outside and, you know, being in nature, maybe even working out, walking in nature is going to be very good for you. Mindfulness, peaceful presence, quiet mind, that's what's coming in. Archangel Raziel, wisdom, inspiration, Akashic records, okay, a deeper understanding of self. Archangel Zadkiel, self-acceptance, compassion, forgiveness. And we also have at the bottom of the deck, past life. Ooh, so maybe there's a lot being revealed to you about your past life and you guys are working through a lot. Maybe there's something here. I might have to do a reading on that. Like, who were you in a past life? Like, what you're learning, things like that. Karmic lessons present assistance, okay? So there's a lot of transitions happening. They're meant to happen. Allow them to come through, you know, do what you feel, you know, resonates, of course. Use your intuition. And also, I just want to let you guys know you have a lot of spiritual protection around you as well. So, now that my energy got drained from everybody writing me and shit, that's what I see for you guys. I see really good energy. Some of you guys don't tell the other piles. You're, like, more of my advanced, because this was a shorter read. So some of you guys might resonate with other piles, but this is a little bit more advanced. There's something I'm picking up on with this pile. I can't put my finger on it right now because I got to get ready for work. But yeah, so yes, pile 4, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments.